Hey guys, today's lesson is going to be on how to make a 2D beaded frog keychain. So here's the cute little frog keychain that I'm going to show you guys how to make today. Before you begin, you're going to need a pair of scissors, some plastic lace or really thin shoelace. You're going to need a key ring. You're going to need a clipboard or a piece of tape, and you're going to need your beads. You're going to need 53 green beads, 2 black beads, and 12 yellow beads. So the first thing you're going to do is take your key ring and you're going to pass one end of the lace from the back of the key ring to the front right through the center. Now you're going to grab that end of the lace and pull it, and you're going to keep pulling it until it's even with the other side of the lace. And I got it pretty close, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Now you're going to create a loop in the center of the key ring, and you're going to take the left end of the lace and pass it from the back through the loop and down, and then pull it as tight as you possibly can. Next, you're going to take the right end of the lace and pull it out of the key ring, making it so that it looks like this. Now take the right end of the lace and pass it from the back of the key ring to the front through the same loop and down. And you should end up with something that looks like this. Now I'm going to move this a little bit since it's where the key ring opens. And now you want to make sure that, once again, both ends of the lace are even. One end is a little longer, so I'm going to take that end and I'm going to push it upwards just a little bit, and then I'm going to pull the other end down. So I got them pretty close. As you can see, there's about an inch difference, but I'm just going to leave it at that because I know I'm not going to need that extra end of lace at the end. Now you're going to take your key ring and clip it into your clipboard. And you want to make sure that the right end of the lace is on the right side and the left end of the lace is on the left side. This part here should be even. It shouldn't be crisscrossed like that. For the first row, you're going to put 3 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3. Now take the right end of the lace and pass it through those 3 beads in the opposite direction. We got 2, now 3. Grab both ends of the lace and pull it to the center, not as tight as you possibly can, but until it's straight, like there. Now for the second row, you're going to put 1 black bead on the left end of the lace. Then you're going to put 2 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, and then another black bead. This is going to be his eyeballs. Now take the right end of the lace and pass it through those 4 beads in the opposite direction. I got 2, 3, 4. Pull both ends together and pull it to the center as tight as you can. There we go. For the third row, we're going to put 5 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take the right end of the lace and pass it through those 5 beads in the opposite direction. I got it through 4, now 5. And you're going to pull it as close as you can to the center. Now that's a little messed up, so I'm going to pull that down and out and pull it to the center. Straighten them out a bit. Now for the fourth row, we're going to put 5 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take the right end of the lace and pass it through those 5 beads in the opposite direction, making sure that none of your beads fall off of your lace. And now pull it to the center as tight as you can. It's messed up a little bit again, so I'm going to pull that out. Pull it as tight as you can. And there we go. Now we have 4 rows in. So to do his left leg, we're going to put 3 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to put 3 yellow beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3. Now pass all the beads all the way down to the center. We're going to skip over the first 3 yellow beads. We're going to go through the next 2 beads. Pull it as tightly as you can. Now we're going to put 1 more green bead on. And then we're going to pass the lace through the last bead in the opposite direction. And pull it as tight as you can. Now pull all the beads as close to the center as you can possibly get them. Hold on to the very last bead that is closest to his body. Hold it tightly to his body and then pull the lace as tight as you possibly can. Now his arm should be sticking up. Now we want to flatten that out a bit, if we can. So there's one leg. Now we're going to do his right leg, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to put 3 green beads on the right end of the lace. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to put 3 yellow beads on the right end of the lace. 1, 2, 3. Let the beads fall to the center. Skip the first 3 yellow beads and then go back through the next 2 beads. Now make sure you only go back through 2 and not 3. And now you're going to add an extra green bead. Let it fall to the center and then go back through the last bead in the opposite direction. Now this one can be tricky. Now hold the beads as close to his body as you can get them. Hold that first bead as close to the body as you can get it and pull the lace as tight as possible. Hold it really close to the body. And you're going to pull the lace as tight as you can get it. And then fix up his little leg so that his toe is pointed outward. There we go. Now for the next row, we're going to add 6 green beads. So you're going to put 6 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now pass the right end of the lace through those 6 beads in the opposite direction. Pull both ends of the lace together and pull it to the center as tight as you can. Fix his toe again. It wants to point a different direction. There we go. One of his legs is a little higher than the other, but that's okay. There we go. That's a little better. Now, for the next row, we're going to do another row of 6 green beads. So you're going to put 6 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now take the right end of the lace and pass it through all 6 beads in the opposite direction. Pull both ends together and pull it to the center as tight as you can. Now we're going to put in a row of 5 green beads. So you're going to put 5 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pass the right end of the lace through the beads in the opposite direction. Pull both ends together and pull it to the center as tight as you can. Now this is a little twisted, so I'm going to pull it down and out. Now we're going to put in his left back leg. To do that, we're going to put 4 green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to put 3 yellow beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3. Now push the beads to the center. Skip over the first 3 yellow beads. Go through the next 3 beads. It's a little bit twisted, so I'm going to fix it. There we go. Now we're going to add 1 more green bead. And then pass the lace through the last bead in the opposite direction, or the first bead that we put on. Oh, it's a little twisted. There we go. Now pull the beads as close to his body as you can get them, and pull the lace as tight as you can. There we go. And fix his toes. Now we just have 1 leg left. We're going to take the right end of the lace and put 4 green beads on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now put 3 yellow beads. 1, 2, 3. Let it fall to the center. Skip past the 3 yellow beads. Go through the next 3 beads in the opposite direction. So I got 1. All right, so I need 2 more. 2 and 3. Now it wants to go through that last one too, but I'm not going to let it. 1, 2, 3. And pull it tightly. Now put 1 more green bead on the right end of the lace and let it fall to the center, and then go back through the last bead in the opposite direction. Now pull all the beads as close to his body as you could possibly get them. Oh, untwist that. There we go. I think it's untwisted, I'm not sure. Alright, now hold on to the first bead as tight as you possibly can, the one closest to his body, and pull it as tight as you possibly can. And then fix his little toe so that it's sticking out. So I'm going to put 3 more green beads on the left end of the lace. 1, 2, 3. Now take the right end of the lace and pass it through those 3 beads in the opposite direction. So 3 beads, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to tie a knot in the center. I'm going to move this down so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to tie a knot in the center. Get it as close to the center as I can. Put another one in. Okay, move that over a smidgen. Whatever. Move that over. Get it as close to the center as possible. If it doesn't go exactly in the center, that's okay. It doesn't always work out, but sometimes it does. It's not quite in the center, but that's all right. And I'm going to tie one more knot. And I'm going to pull it as tight as I possibly can. And then I'm going to cut off the extra lace, leaving a little bit of leeway just in case so that it doesn't fall apart. And there we go. We have our finished frog. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and I will see you in my next one. Bye for now.